What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So today we're back with another rebuild here on NBA 2K26, this one being quite highly requested in the last video, and we have the Utah Jazz in the Western Conference today. Of course, since the Utah Jazz traded away Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell, they have been rebuilding, and I can't say that it's gone extremely well thus far. It doesn't feel like they've found a superstar just yet when it comes to their draft picking, or picking in the draft, I should say. That's probably a more proper way to say it. They just brought in Ace Bailey, so maybe he becomes something. They do still have Lauri Markkanen, but let's go ahead and jump in and rebuild the Utah Jazz in NBA 2K26. Before we get in today's video, make sure you guys hit a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. We're currently on the road to 50,000 subs. If you'd like to help us reach that goal, that would be awesome. So as I mentioned, the Utah Jazz, they've been rebuilding since trading away Mitchell and Gobert, and their draft picks, none of them have turned into anything too crazy just yet. Kaji George is intriguing. You got Collier, so there's still time. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to rush anything and say, oh, every single player they have drafted have been bust and that's all there is to it. Not saying that. I'm just saying that no one's popped right away, and often that doesn't happen. Of course, Donovan Mitchell is someone who popped for them immediately as a rookie, and sometimes we'll get that example. Markkanen is someone they brought in the trade, and he's been a nice stable vet to have, but one thing we do know when it comes to 2K is this man regresses like crazy. I'm looking to get off of him as soon as possible. Trade deadline will 100% be trading him away. He'll keep regressing, and there's no need to keep him. This team, I just don't think we're on the marketing timeline anyway. I'm definitely intrigued by Ace Bailey. Hopefully we could turn him into something. Let's go ahead and look at what this rotation is going to look like. First and foremost, I already noticed I'm going to move Markkanen to power forward. So we're going to do that because I want Ace Bailey to start at the 3. So yeah, we'll have George, Collier, Ace Bailey, Markkanen, Kessler, Filipowski, Nurkic, someone they brought in, Sensabaugh, Georges Niang. I mean, this team could probably go 11 deep with how many young players we do have, so that's probably what we'll end up doing. You still have, Walter Clayton, who they just brought in as well, Cody Williams, and then, yeah, this is going to be what it is. All right, we're going to simulate this season. Like I said, trade deadline, we're 100% trading Lauri Markkanen away for whatever we can get. We should be a bad team, which I think is the best way to go about this anyway, and then we can hopefully draft and get, a Debanza or something. So here we are at the trade deadline. I'm not going to lie, trading away Markkanen was quite the challenge. His contract is quite big, but we do have a trade lined up here. So we're going to be sending Markkanen, Niang, Kevin Love, a pick swap, and Kyle Anderson over to the Hornets. We're getting Sexton back in Utah. Miles Bridges contract, which we're going to flip hopefully in the offseason. A pick swap. So I think I'm getting the best of this swap, if I'm not mistaken. This kind of confuses me. I'm not going to lie. I should probably know this, but I truly don't. I'm pretty sure we're getting the best swap, though, if I'm not mistaken. I could be screwing myself right now, but regardless, I'm probably going to make it that way anyway. And a throw-in I do like is actually Trey Mann. So we are taking quite a bit of salary on with Grant Williams and Trey Mann, but obviously Markkanen's contract is way bigger than anything we're getting in return. So I like this. And like I said, I'm pretty sure we got the best pick swap in that scenario. So yeah, we get to swap our best pick, which feels good. So if I'm reading that correctly, swap best with the Jazz. Again, I think I'm reading that correctly, but whatever. So Markkanen's gone, and this is what it'll look like for the rest of the season. So we are bad, and that's all that really matters. A lot of these guys are still going to be walking in free agency, or we're going to trade them away. But I will see you guys at the end of season number 1, and hopefully we end up with a damn good lottery pick, so we can continue to add, hopefully, a star through the draft. So SGA won MVP, Flags your Rookie of the Year, Malik Monk is your 6th man, Wim is your depoy, Keita is your most improved, Indeed Books your clutch player, Kid is your coach of the year, and executive goes to Zachary Staples. Cup MVP also went to Shea. Here's your all-NBA first team. Of course, we're not going to have anybody here, but we will have all-rookie first team with Ace Bailey, which is good to see. Let's see what he did his rookie season. He averaged 13 points per game. Efficiency was decent from 3, which is what you would want to see. And here's your all-rookie second team. So, of course, we are not in the playoffs. Let's just go ahead and simulate these and see what happens here. So, it should be Mavericks and... Oh, actually, the Knicks are not here, but it is the Mavericks. So, let's look at the player stats. So, you had 18 points per game from Sexton, but he'll be walking in free agency. Miles Bridges is someone we're going to trade in the offseason. So, let's see who wins the championship. And, of course, it is Dallas in 7. All right, player retirements, LeBron James, Chris Paul. So, quite a few retirements there. Let's go to the lottery and let's see if this is going to swing in our favor. As I mentioned, this is a big moment right here. We hopefully are going to stay within the top 5. If we don't, that would suck. I would love nothing more to walk away with a Darren Peterson or Debanza in this video. Fingers crossed it works in our favor. And we get 3. Okay, 3 is not bad. I'll take that. So we get Debanza, Boozer, or Peterson no matter what. So I feel good about that. I didn't really want to take a Nate Ament today. I've had him a couple times already. So Will Hardy will remain the head coach. And now we are going to be drafting one of those 3 top guys in this draft. So whichever one falls to me, I'm okay with it. So let's see who it will be. So number 1 is going to be Peterson to Washington. I would have loved him, but it's okay. Number 2 is going to be Debanza. So we get to walk away with Boozer, which I feel fantastic about. So Boozer is going to be replacing Lauri Markkanen, which is awesome. So Boozer, Ace Bailey, and George is probably like a locked and loaded 3 guys that will be starting. And Kessler. So I think we have 4 of our 5 starters figured out. As long as George develops, which I think he does. So as long as he develops, I'll be good with him going forward. But we're going to keep all the young players to see who's going to progress and who's not. And then qualifying offers, Walker Kessler, do want to extend him as well. Used to ask for a crazy amount of money in previous 2Ks, but thankfully he's only asking for, I think, a more than fair $20 million a year, or around 20, whatever, 20. I'll give him 22.5 a year, something like that. So you can flat rate it to him, and he should sign that. So boom, that's done. So Kessler's done. Doubt we're going to sign much of anything else in free agency, because at this point, I'm pretty sure we're fine with tanking again. So Collier, George, and then Trey Mann and Clayton. So 4 guys, and again, we'll have to choose things going forward, and we can definitely move some guys at the 2 guard if needed. Although these guys are all kind of undersized, so I'm not really sure I want any of them playing shooting guard. We got Ace Bailey, Sensabaugh. We could maybe play Sensabaugh at the 2 guard if we need to. Bridges is someone I definitely want to move out of here, and Kessler. So let's move on from Miles Bridges. I don't plan on keeping him at all. Don't think he fits what we're doing. So let's see if we can get something for him as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do this trade the Dallas Mavericks. We're seeing Miles Bridges over to the Mavericks for Max Christie and Caleb Martin. I mean, Max Christie is just a young shooting guard we can start, and then Caleb Martin, of course, is just a throw-in for salary. Probably won't be anything too crazy for us, but we're getting Miles Bridges out of here, which is what I wanted to do. So I think Sensabaugh and Christie will be our rotational shooting guards, and then I'm just going to let kind of 2K's play progression decide what the rest of the rotation is going to look like. So this is a big moment of truth here to see who's developing, who's not. So we have George up to an 81. Okay. Ace Bailey 83, which is good. Kessler 84. Collier, Filipowski, Sensabaugh, Trey Mann, Hendricks. I mean, basically everyone's developing, which is good. And then Cody Williams is also going up, and Grant Williams also went up, even though Grant Williams and Cody Martin, to me, or Caleb Martin, are just kind of afterthoughts here. So yeah, there's definitely room for a lot of these guys to play. We'll probably still run 11 deep at this point, because we definitely need to figure out, and they'll probably move Filipowski to backup 5, I guess, because Boozer can start, Hendricks can back him up. And then we'll have Ace Bailey and Cody Williams play the 3. And then it's basically the point guard spot where I don't know where that's going to go. But all right, let's go ahead, get into year number 2. I'm already pretty happy with where this is going. We get rid of Markkanen, get rid of some of the things that we got in that trade, but we have some upcoming draft picks to be excited about. And we'll see what the rotation's looking like going into number 2 of this rebuild. So this is the rotation going into season number 2. We have George, Sensabaugh, Ace Bailey, Cameron Boozer, Walker Kessler, Filipowski, Collier, Trey Mann, Max Christie, Hendricks, and Walter Clayton. So as I mentioned, there is a ton of guards getting back in minutes. Cody Williams is the only one not playing, which I feel a little bit bad about, but it is what it is at this point. And then Ace Bailey's shot tendency I wanted to look at as well. It is a 62. Let's bring this one up. I mean, we need someone to become the star here, so Ace Bailey could definitely have the door open for him, and Boozer actually has a decent one in his rookie season as well. Obviously, Ace Bailey and Boozer are the 2 guys that I'm looking at and like, hey, if you guys want to become something for us, that'd be great. I will see you guys at the end of year number 2. I don't think I'll be making a move at the deadline. I don't think we'll be making the playoffs this year. I think we need a little bit more time, but I think we're off to a decent start. As long as Keontae George keeps developing, he is someone I want to keep at that point guard spot. If not, though, we got plenty of ammunition to potentially make a trade down the line. Jokic is your MVP. Debanza is your Rookie of the Year. Jaden Ivey is your 6th man. Wemby is your depoy. Improved goes to Nick Smith. And Jokic is your clutch player. Finch is your Coach of the Year. And Cup MVP went to Victor Wembanyama. We saw that earlier. I was yapping. Here's your All-NBA first team. All-NBA second and All-NBA third. Of course, we're not going to have any Jazz. Maybe in the future we will. And here's our offensive teams. And then Cameron Boozer did make All-Rookie first team. Did not get a, well, I guess he was second in the rookie race. 16 points per game. So not too bad. And here is your all-rookie second team. So we do not end up, of course, in the playoffs. So that's not a shocker there. Ace Bailey did lead the way with 21 points per game. 14 from Keontae George and 16 from Boozer. 14 from Sensabaugh, 11 from Collier, and 10 and 6 from Filipowski. So not bad. But let's go ahead and with these playoffs, and let's see who is going to go on to win it all. It'll be Cavs and Mavericks again. And the Mavericks do win 2 championships in a row. So shout out to them. Here are your retirements: Russell Westbrook, DeMar DeRozan, George, Middleton, and Olynyk. let's go to the lottery. Let's go ahead and see what we got going on here. For the draft lottery, we are projected the 3rd overall pick, so we can once again hopefully add, and that Lakers pick is intriguing too, and we will get number 3. So back-to-back years of picking number 3. Now, I do know this 2027 draft is a little bit weaker than, of course, the one we just had. I could move on from Will Hardy. I mean, there is Missoula I could throw an offer to, I guess. Let's see what else we got. Atkinson is not bad. Billy Donovan is intriguing in a way. I will throw Will Hardy an offer to bring him back too, though. So we could bring in Will Hardy or Billy Donovan. I mean, Will Hardy does seem like the better option. Just kind of keep the continuity there. So I'll keep Will Hardy. Let's go to draft night. So last time I had the 3rd pick in this draft, I threw it away. I fell for an auto-generated generic 2K player. I've been informed, so I will never do that again. So we got Tyron Stokes, who probably won't fall to us. Anthony Thompson. We'll see what falls to us. So pick 1 is going to be Christian Collins. Okay, number 2 is going to be Tyron Stokes. I would have definitely have taken him had I had the opportunity here. But all right, we got Jordan Smith Jr., which I think I will go ahead and take. Or we could take Anthony Thompson as well. Or there's, I mean, this guy as well, as I mentioned. But I think, or we could come down the board and take Brandon McCoy at 6'4", or Ariza. Who do I like? I guess I'm going to take Jordan Smith here out of Kentucky. Don't know much. And I totally skipped the other pick on accident. Let's see what they took for us. They took Cameron Williams. I don't hate that. Actually, I actually like that. So Nicholas Carl doesn't seem like he's very good, but Cameron Williams and Jordan Smith Jr. I will take. Player options, Christie declines, which is fine. And then Caleb Martin accepts. Cody Williams, Clayton, Filipowski, Collier, Ace Bailey will all be accepted. And then Sensabaugh and George are both free agents, which are 2 guys I definitely have interest in bringing back, especially if they're not asking for much money. Hendricks, Sensabaugh, and George. I mean, yeah, I think I'm cool with bringing all of them back. It just kind of depends on, are these guys going to develop? That's the thing I'm kind of worried about here with George. Like, is he going to develop in anything? That's the thing I'm a little kind of scared of there. Sensabaugh did shoot, wow, 14 points per game on 43%. So yeah, let's definitely bring him back as well. So we'll give him and George the same contract, basically. So where it's going to be kind of front or back loaded or whatever. So let's go front loaded for Hendricks. Just bring them all 3 back, because if nothing else, we have plenty of salary to throw into a trade. Probably will let Christie walk, and then we basically kind of have this figured out. But again, I'm gonna go to player progression, and I want to see who's developing still. So George is up to an 83, which I guess feels okay. I'll take that. 84 from Boozer, 87 from Mace Bailey. So of course these 2 guys developing is great. Collier is up to an 81. Cody Williams is up to an 80. Clayton's up. Sensabaugh is up. But I do want to free up some things here. I think we want to kind of free up this guard logjam that we have. So I think Collier is going to be somebody we probably move on from. Clayton is going to be the one I'll probably keep around, because he has at least another year on his rookie deal, and we're going to get to the point where we can't pay everybody. Boozer, of course. Whoops, that's the wrong team. Jordan Smith's maybe not ready to play this year, so I think we could combine these 2 guys for a maybe better shooting guard. I think that's the best way I want to go about this. I want to see if I can convince the Raptors to give me Grady Dick. So that's what I'm going to go for here, to see if I can offer them something to make this happen. So Caleb Martin's contract will have Trey Mann, as I mentioned, and also Collier, who should maybe have some value to them. So Martin, Trey Mann, and Collier for Grady Dick straight across. They say no. Okay, fair enough. I'll give you a second to sweeten the deal and another second. No, so we're probably going to throw a first in here, which, I mean, this pick is pretty good, so I kind of want to keep that out of the conversation. Let's say we threw this Thunder pick, maybe. Would that do it? Not yet. What about these seconds? They think they'll get to a point of saying yes, maybe. One more pick. Okay. We get Grady Dick. So I like the addition of Grady Dick here. So that frees up the guard logjam I was kind of talking about. The point guard spot, we've chosen Clayton. Grady Dick is going to be a great starter right away. Sensabaugh is going to be backing him up. Jordan Smith, someone will be developing in the background. We'll see what he turns into. Williams, Ace Bailey, Boozer, and Hendricks, and then Kessler and Filipowski. I'm actually intrigued by having Cody Williams involved, because I feel like every time I've had him in a rebuild, especially in 2K25, he never developed into anything, so I never really turned him anything, but hopefully he shows me something and we get to keep him after this season. But if he doesn't, he's still inefficient. We might have to figure something out with him. But all right, let's go ahead. I'm feeling good about what we could be in year number 3. We have a really good pick to be excited about in 2028 as well, as long as the Hornets are bad. So this could be a very good season for us. We can make the playoffs and get a lottery pick. That could be great. Power rank does have us 13th overall, and we're 4-star balanced with this starting 5. I mean, again, I'm liking this starting 5 a lot. I don't think we need to run a 11 deep rotation anymore. So it's going to be Keontae George, Grady Dick, Ace Bailey, Boozer, Kessler, Filipowski, Cody Williams, Walter Clayton, and Bryce Sensabaugh. So that leaves Taylor Hendricks out, which actually we did pay him. So let's run 10 deep instead. So 10 deep is going to what we're going to be running with, and we will see what this looks like. I'm hoping to be in the playoff mix. We're starting off 2-0, but it looks like we're going to hover around 500 at the moment. Again, like I said, I think playoffs is something that's a very realistic expectation this season. Maybe it's play-in instead. But if we get one of those things succeeded this year, I'd feel good about that. And we'd be in one next step in the right direction. We'll see if it works out that way, though. So at the end of this season, Wemby wins MVP. Lowe is your Rookie of the Year. Mikael Brown's your 6-man. Wemby's your D-point. And Nolan Torrey is your most improved. Ace Bailey does win Clutch Player of the Year. So we're already seeing something nice out of him. And Jason Kidd, Coach of the Year. Decorative goes to Hobson. And we saw Tatum 1 Cup MVP. Here is your All-NBA first team. Do we get Ace Bailey on one of these already? No. He did get Clutch Player, but no all NBA team just yet. Of course, his rookie contract. We get Boozer and all defensive second team now, so that's nice to see. 23 points per game. So yeah, him and Ace Bailey should be a really nice combination going forward. And we still have a lot of other young players to be excited about. And we did make it into the play-in as a 9th seed. So again, that's what I wanted. We went 44-38. So it's a step in the very next direction, the right one, which I love. 25 from Ace Bailey, 23 from Boozer, 16 from George, and then 11 from Sensabaugh, 10 from Grady Dick, 10 from Filipowski, 9 from Clayton, and then 8 from Cody Williams, and 7 and 8 from Kessler. So not bad, but we get to play the Jazz or play the Clippers, I should say, in the play-in. And then here's what our offensive rating was. So number 7, not bad. Defensively, though, it looks like we were pretty rough. I mean, maybe it was more in the middle. 24. Yeah, kind of bottom tier. But all right. A Simcast, this play-in game, we got to win 2 to get in. So let's see if we can win the first one. That'd be the first step, of course. Take the lead late here, as the Clippers did have it at first. But we will win 141 to 126. We get a chance at New Orleans to get in. And I'd love to see if we can't get a free shot at Dallas, because we'll go in with no expectations. And we'll see how we measure against a team like the Mavericks that, of course, are the pinnacle of what you have to take down in the 2K sim. So that is exactly what we're going to get. We get to play the Dallas Mavericks. How do we match up against them is what I'll be watching here. So without further ado, the Dallas Mavericks, of course, have Irving, Ja Johnson, Flagg, Anthony Davis, Lively, Gafford, Ben Simmons, and Santi Aldama. So they're a good team, of course. So I'm expecting this to be tough, but here we go. Game 1 is going to go to Dallas, 136-134, but it was a close game 1, so at least we have that. And we do win game 2 on the road. Okay, 37 from Boozer, 24 from Ace Bailey. That's a good sign. Game 3 is going to go to Dallas, though. Again, another close game, 108 to 107. I think we're in the mix. I mean, I think there's a shot. We do get blown out in game 3 or game 4, though. So I'm going to imagine we lose in a gentleman's sweep, and we do. But honestly, some of those games are close. That was a free measuring stick kind of series. We got some playoff experience. The Mavericks, of course, are unstoppable. And yeah, lo and behold, they went on to win it all again. So they're the team we have to take down, and I feel decent about how we performed against them. And I feel good about this starting 5 and the bench that we have, other than there might be some movement there, because I don't know if I'll be paying Cody Williams depending on what he's asking for, although he did play well in the playoffs, so I'll have to keep that in mind. All right, retirements. Kevin Durant's calling it. Also, prayers are Fred VanVleet. I'm actually wearing the Wichita State shirt right now. Fortunately, he tore his ACL, man. That sucks. Right before the season's about to get started, too. Man. Okay, so we got Sacramento number 1, and we get that 3rd pick. So I was right. We did get a pick swap, so that's 3 years in a row we're picking 3rd overall. So, as I mentioned, the dream scenario was making the playoffs and getting the 3rd pick. That's exactly, or getting a lottery pick, and it ended up being the 3rd pick. So, that was a very good season for us. And now the expectations are building. Now we got to be a contender, or now we got to make the playoffs again and win a series, maybe series or 2. So as far as who we're going to get in this draft, that's a good question. So this is going to feature Marcus Spears, Rosser, and then Cosby. Not familiar with a lot of these guys, to be honest with you, but it looks like we could get away with 2 really good players at the top if they fall to me. So number 1 is going to be Marcus Spears, which was one of them, and I'm assuming Rosser will go 2, and he did. So those guys were kind of what I was looking at, but we didn't get either of them. And then Cosby was the other one. Yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and take him. So Cosby out of Duke we'll bring in. If his overall is good enough, it's an 80. Oh, yeah. I mean, I think Cody Williams' fate is sealed then. We can play him right away. We can move Hendricks to the 3, and we'll have Cosby the backup 4 or the backup 3. So, yeah, I don't think I'll be bringing in Cody Williams back at this point. So Ace Bailey, Boozer, Clayton, bring those guys back. And then Cody Williams, I will not be bringing back at this point because we have a new replacement for him. So, and he's asking for $29 million. Yeah, no thanks. You can go. I'm not giving you $29 million. That's actually insane. So he better be developing into an 85 overall next year if that's what he's asking for. And yeah, you can go get that contract from the Lakers. I'm not giving you that. I'm sorry. That's not going to happen. So, okay. George, Clayton, Grady Dick, Sensabaugh, and we still have, Jordan Smith, who might become something. And then, like I said, I'm going to move Hendricks or Cosby to the 3. We'll figure out who we decide to do that with. All right, that's our rotation. I'm cool with what we have going on right now. So we got Boozer up to an 86, George is up, Grady Dick is up, Kessler's down, Sensabaugh is still good, and then we got Jordan Smith, and Cameron Williams. So we got 2 young guys still developing as well. If I move Hendricks to the 3, what's his overall look like? Let's see. He is going to be the same. What about Cosby? It's the same. So I'll move Hendricks to the 3. And yeah, I'm feeling good, man. I think this team can be a top 4 seed in the West next year. That's the hope. That's the goal. Avoid the Mavericks in the first round. Win a playoff series or 2. Maybe Dallas gets taken out. And I'm just saying, maybe, just maybe we can sneak our way into the finals this year. It's a possibility. Don't know if we're ready just yet, but I think there's a chance. So SGA wins MVP. Roster is your Rookie of the Year for the Detroit Pistons. We also get 6-man of Mikael Brown. Wemby's your depoy. Collins your most improved, who I believe was the #1 pick. Giannis is your clutch player, and Coach of the Year goes to Jason Kidd. Hobson is your executive, and Jokic won kept MVP in a Warriors jersey. All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, and we do get Boozer making All-NBA third team, so that's cool to see. Here's all offensive first team and all defensive second team. So Boozer was not on this one, but here's our all-rookie first team, and we do get Lendell Cosby, I should say, on all rookie second team. So I'm assuming he'll be developing really nicely for us based off his 80 overall out of the gate. So we are the 7th seed in the West, which this was weird because we were a really good team all season, but look at this Western Conference. Every single team in the playoffs, in the play-in, won over 48 games. This was a damn good West. We definitely have quite a few, quite a bit of competition here. So we're 1 game away from being just absolutely in the playoffs. It was weird because we were so good all season, but we were like at the 10th seed all year. I was like, why is this the way it is? But it was just a damn good West. Here are your player stats. Yeah, 28 from Ace Bailey, 26 from Boozer, 19 from George, 14 from Dick, and then 11 from Cosby, 9 from Sensabaugh, and 8.5 from Filipowski. All right, so I think we played New Orleans last year and beat them, so that's what I'm going to hope for here as well. I would like to avoid the Mavericks, I will say. Let's go play the Timberwolves, even though both of them are tough usually, but if I can avoid the Mavericks in the first round, because I know that'll be a death sentence regardless, that would be ideal. So let's see if we're able to beat the Pelicans here. And it looks like we will. Yes, 116-138, 33-11, 26-8-5. So we get to go play Minnesota instead of Dallas. We're on the opposite side of Dallas. So I feel good about that. But again, Minnesota is not easy either. So I definitely have my antennas up still on how tough this matchup could be. So let's go ahead and start with a simcast of game 1. So game 1. Let's see if we can't come out here and take down our fellow division foe, even though division don't really matter in the NBA, it feels like. I really wish they did, man. Division rivalries in the NFL is what makes it so special, but the NBA just doesn't even feel like that. It'd be cool if somehow they're able to fix that. I just don't know if you can. But all right, enough of that yapping. We're down 1-0, and we might find ourselves down 2-0 unless we sneak a win here. And oh my gosh, we took the lead at the very end, but they took it right back, so that sucks. Okay. Time for game 3 at home in Utah. So Minnesota and Dallas, looks like it didn't matter who it would be. Wait, I mean, we might win game 3 here if we hang on. And we will. So we do win game 3. We're not dead yet. Now it's time for game 4. This would be a big win if we're able to tie the series and get right back in it. But it looks like they're going to blow us out unless we get back in this game. I mean, we're kind of getting there, but no, not going to get there quite yet. So we're down 3-1. We're not quite in the mix just yet. So let's see if we can't win another game maybe on the road here. We're going to go 8-man rotation to see if that changes anything. Minnesota has got us in a chokehold. They're not going to let go either. So, yeah, I think what hurt us here is, of course, getting I mean, we would have to face them eventually, but we do not get a playoff series victory like I would have hoped. Golden State actually took down the Mavericks. We got Suns and Raptors, and the Suns going to win it all. Damn, that's interesting. So the Suns beat the Raptors in 5. But Anthony Davis does retire, so that should weaken the Mavericks, I would think, a little bit. So that should help, hopefully. But we'll have to see if that, does anything. As far as picks here, I'm pretty sure this will be the first time we don't have a lottery pick, if I'm not mistaken. So that is over. We may have like a first round pick, but at this point, I guess the Cavs have our pick. Okay, staff signing. We'll keep Will Hardy still. We were a good team, just, unfortunately ran into the Timberwolves in round 1. But okay, do we have a pick at all? No, we do not. All right, let's go to player options, which I think I'm fine with not having a draft pick. We have so much youth here that I don't think there's any need to add any more. I mean, we could probably make a trade with how deep we're about to be. But Clayton and Ace Bailey are 2 guys I definitely want to bring back. So Ace Bailey going to be worth the money, and Clayton will be worth the money. So bring those guys back, and then there's probably no need to sign anybody else in free agency either. Let's just go straight to player progression, and let's see what the development keeps looking like. So Boozer is up to an 88. I was hoping Cosby would develop a little bit more, but didn't move up as much as I thought he would. I thought that was Cody Williams. I'm like, how did he get back here? But it's Cameron Williams developing really nicely. So, I mean, we could, in theory, make a trade to make, like, something happen here. I like George and Clayton. I like Grady Dick as well. I think he fits kind of really well with what we're trying to do. And Smith is not developing at all. So, I mean, there's probably no need. I haven't played him, to be fair, so I don't know if that's fair to him, but still not developing. Well, I just don't know. I guess it would maybe be the center position because Kessler is cool and all, but if we could maybe upgrade there, I'd like that position be upgraded. So maybe we look into that, and we'll see if we can make, one more move here to push us into that contention status. So I do have my target set. I want to see if I can get Alex Sarr off the Washington Wizards. They weren't good once again, so I'm going to see if I can work my magic here and get him. So I'm going to offer them Kessler, who isn't quite matching the salary just yet. But again, we have plenty of salaries to throw at them. Jordan Smith Jr., who just isn't really cracking the rotation for us. So I'm going to offer, what else can we offer? Can we offer Carl, who might have some great value? And then Clayton, I'll probably keep out. Hendricks, we could... Or you could go Cameron Williams or Filipowski because we don't... I mean, let's see what this... Is this... Oh, wow, that was enough. Okay, so we're going to get Alex Sarr. So that was more than enough to get him. We have a third-string center still. Alex Sarr is our new upgrade at the starting 5. So is that going to be enough and push us into where we want to go? We're about to find out, but I like it. I think that's a good final move to make. We're going to this season with a lot of optimism. I'm going to hope that this is the year we can bring it home. The Mavericks just lost Anthony Davis, and another team won the championship. I don't think Mavericks should be discounted at all or taken, not to be taken seriously. Let's see who they got. They got, yeah, I mean, they have an old Kyrie Irving. I mean, they still have Cooper Flag, but I think they're teetering right now. I think we can maybe take them out. But all right, 9-man rotation. We'll see what this is looking like. They want to play Cody Williams over, sorry, not Cody Williams, but whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Hendricks. Okay, that's not what I meant to do. Let's do Hendricks, who's just going to be playing a different position than 2 5s playing. Okay, I will see you guys at the end of year 4 at this point. Our team intel, or sorry, I meant proficiency, is 4-star. All right, hopefully this is the year. I'll see you guys at the end of this season. The Cooper Flag wins MVP. Toure is your rookie of the year, if I'm even saying that right. CMB is your 6th man. Wemby's your depoy. Freeman's your most improved. Wemby's your clutch player. Is your coach of the year. So the Mavericks were not dead. They're still very much alive, even though I maybe blew out of proportion for them. But here's your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, and no All-NBA teams for us this time. And we do get Alex Sarr, all-defensive second team, though. So it looks like Boozer and Sarr are very good defensive front court. We're the 4th seed in the West, so for the first time, we avoided play-in altogether. And then here were your player stats. So we had 26 from Ace Bailey, 23 from Boozer, 19 from George, 13 from Cosby, 12 from Sarr, 11 from Grady Dick, 11 from Sensabaugh. And then as far as team stats were concerned, offensive rating wise, we were number 6. And the defensive rating, we were probably like, number 15 or something? Number 17, I guess, is middle of the pack. Okay, Memphis in round 1. This will be the first time we get a playoff series victory if we're able to beat the Grizzlies. They have a DeBanza, though, so that definitely scares me a little bit. Cedric Coward's at an 82 overall for them. And then they got Casey Wallace, their 2 guard, Jackson, and Zach Edey. Game 1 is going to go to Memphis. They beat us by 1 point at home, which is not a good start. Game 2, we evened it up, though, 145 to 136. It looks like both games have been very high scoring, and they're up 2-1. So, again, we find ourselves in deep trouble. Can we tie it in Game 4? Yes, we can. And now it is time to simcast Game 5 and actually take care of home court here. So, we split in both games, home and away. So, let's see if we can start to take home games seriously here. It's looking good right now, and we will hang on 107 to 129. Beat them in Game 7. So, and Dallas and Golden State are fighting for a Game 7 as well. We start off hot in the first quarter, win the second quarter as well. Do not let them back in the game. That's all I ask. And we will go on to win in game 7. So the Grizzlies gave us some trouble there. Dallas or Golden State? Who would I rather play? I mean, it's pretty obvious I'd rather play the Warriors, but it's still Jokic, so I don't know. And we'd have home court if we get to play the Warriors. I'm going to simcast an AI to AI matchup. Golden State, I'm rooting for you right now, man, but you come out just flat, and it's not going to happen. Oh, well, no, they're dead. Okay, so we get to play the Mavericks, and yeah, I mean, we gave the Mavericks I won't even say close series. I would say that I felt like we gave them, some competitive games, but this is going to be very huge to see how good we truly are. So, game 1 on the road in Dallas. If we're able to take out the Mavericks here somehow, some way, then I think we're going to win this whole thing. But that is going to be the true factor. Are we going to be able to even take out the Mavericks? Because regardless of Anthony Davis being gone, it looks like it's not changing a single thing. Now, if we win game 2, the series becomes different. But the Mavericks are, of course, just going to take a late lead in the third. Oh, my goodness. Wait a minute. What just happened there? I was literally staring at that third quarter. They outscored us 39-18, but then we responded by scoring them 32-12 in the fourth and beat them in overtime. Wow, that's crazy. I thought we were dead there. But okay, we tie the series. We get one in Dallas. Now we got to take hopefully take care of both our home games, but let's see if that's going to happen. So we take the lead in the third quarter, but it's the fourth quarter. Can we hang on here? Yes. 2-1 right now. Okay, we're in a position. Just gotta take advantage of game 4 at home. Come on. We can take out the Mavericks. We can beat anybody. We start out hot in the first quarter. They came out flat, but they're back in the second. Do not let them tie the series. Do not let them... they're going to tie it. 122-115. Okay, tied series. We're back at square one. All right, well... let's see if we can't go bench utilization 30, 29, I guess. And then we'll even take out maybe some minutes from Sensabaugh, Filipowski, Cosby. We'll give as many minutes to George Dick, and then Ace Bailey, Boozer play. Yeah, okay. This is going to be huge. Game 5 on the road in Dallas. We start out, I was going to say slow, but you have the lead. It's a close game so far. Do not let them run away with it, please. And we will never take the lead in it. Well, we had the lead there a couple times, but we're down 3-2. And inevitably, the Mavericks are going to be the team that probably will end up beating us here regardless. Unless we force a game 7, which we've taken the lead there, but it's going to go to Dallas Mavericks, of course. Why wouldn't it? So the Mavericks are just unstoppable no matter what happens. They're going to beat, I mean, they literally have a 37-year-old Kyrie. It doesn't matter. And they beat, I mean, just ridiculous. Cooper Flagship Finals MVP. I'm going to try one more time. So I'm going to snap my finger. We'll be back in the playoffs next year. Well, I'll snap it again. But yeah, I'm going to give it one last go. And that'll be it. Because Dallas is just too hard to take down no matter how you slice it. We are back as the 5th seed in the West going up against a team that we were able to beat last year. Dallas is in the opposite side of the bracket, so maybe they get taken out before we have to deal with them. But we have to focus, and of course, on winning against the Grizzlies first, who have DeBanza, John Morant. I mean, they have a good team as well. So rotation is basically the same. The only thing that has changed is that Cameron Williams is now a solidified backup 5 for us. Cosby is now moved to the backup 3, and Phil Pascu is moved to the backup 4. All right, Memphis in round 1. We were able to beat them last year, but it did go to 7, so, I mean, anything's possible here. Game 1 goes to them. They beat us by 5. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 is going to go to them. Game 4 is going to go to us. So just like last year, it's a tied series with the Grizzlies, so we're on the road in Memphis now. They have home court advantage this time, so will that change the trajectory of this series? And it's looking like it might, as we are going to go down 3-2 here to the Grizzlies. So we are in trouble, and let's see if we can't take down the Grizzlies here and force a game 7. We got ourselves in a pickle here, and I don't even think we're going to beat the Grizzlies here. We're dead. So we're going to lose in round 1 to end off the video. That's beautiful. Okay, well, it is what it is on that front. The Warriors or the Mavericks were taken out, so both times that we maybe would have been playing a different team, it didn't matter. Nets and Spurs, and the Spurs just go on to win it all. But that's going to do it for me. Unfortunately, the team we threw together was not good enough. I mean, I felt really good about it, but never swung in our favor. So I hope you guys did enjoy it. If we would have been able to take out the Mavericks in that series last year, I think we could have won it all. And maybe if we get past Grizzlies, we could have. But, I mean, we've reached our peak at this point. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you on the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.